Hello, this is BVI Channel 1. I am Asuzu Chinedu. You're welcome to yet another episode on Matters Arising. I will not go further without first of all apologizing to all fans of BVI Channel 1 following Matters Arising, because for some time now we've been unable to bring you this program, but we are right back again to bring you this sensitive program where we discuss every matter that concerns humanity. Every matter as it arises that affects the life of humanity. That is what we bring to you on this program. So today on this program, I shall be focusing on the speech delivered by Dike Chukwumerije during the recent Nigerian Economic Summit, the 23rd Nigerian Economic Summit. Now, the young man is a poet. He made such a heartfelt speech. He delivered this speech, and I believe it touched everyone that was there present. And I'm going to bring this clip of the speech delivered by Dike Chukwumerije, and after watching it, watch it attentively, don't miss a line, because I'll be coming right back to draw lines on those speeches and as well make critical comments from that speech. You have to watch it, and I'll be right back. Don't go away.
I'm a poet, so I'm going to begin with lines from a poem written by the Irish poet W.B. Yeats and popularized by our own Chinua Achebe. Things fall apart, and the center cannot hold. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the land. Things fall apart, and the center cannot hold. And I start with those lines because I want to ask, why are things in such danger of falling apart in the country today? The answer is an open secret. Every time you look at our coat of arms, it's right over there, you will see the answer to that question. It's written under our coat of arms. We call it the Nigerian motto, and it says, unity and faith, peace and progress. Unity and faith, peace and progress. Unity and faith, because it is difficult to preach unity if you're not also offering faith. The unity of the country feels like it's under threat today because too many Nigerians have lost and are losing faith in the nation. Why is this happening? The answer is sad, but relatively straightforward. Where you have a soldier that has paid the ultimate price defending the territorial sovereignty of the country, perhaps in the northeast, and afterwards the government struggles for one reason or the other to care for the widow and orphans is left behind, people lose faith. If you have a Nigerian that has graduated from university with a 2-1 or a first class, and it's pounding the streets of Lagos and Abuja but cannot find a job because of federal character, quota system, tribalism, nepotism, people lose faith. If you have a mother that takes her child to the hospital and must watch that child die because that government hospital is on strike, or if it's not on strike, it has no drugs. Or if it has drugs, she has to pay the full market price for treatment up front before they would consider this child, and she must then watch that child die in the corridor. People lose faith. And when people lose faith in the state, they take solace in the tribe, because the tribe is the natural enemy of the state. When people lose faith in the state, they take refuge in the tribe. And as more and more people take refuge in the tribe, they begin to trouble the peace of the nation. Unity and faith, peace and progress. So how do you defend the peace of a nation that is being troubled in these ways? Not by bullets or bombs, but by bringing progress to the people. For it is that progress that restores the faith of the people in the state. For when the Nigerian passport, when the green, white, green becomes a valid ticket to a better life, people will rush to embrace the Nigerian identity. So I am a poet. I'm constrained as an individual. I can only preach one Nigeria with my mouth. But the Nigerian state cannot be seen preaching one Nigeria only with its mouth. No. It must preach one Nigeria with its architects and its builders, with its teachers and its extension workers. It must preach one Nigeria by building roads and bridges and hospitals and railroads. It must preach one Nigeria by bringing a progress that is inclusive to all, to Nigerians. Unity and faith, peace and progress. So that now, in this time of heightened ethno-religious tensions, the need for good governance and economic inclusion has never been higher. Because in the last 20 to 25 years, driven basically by worsening socioeconomic conditions, we have seen violent fronts open up all over the country. We have seen a militancy take root in the South-South, an insurgency take root in the Northeast. If this trend continues, how many more fronts may open in the next 20 to 25 years? At how many fronts can the Nigerian state fight simultaneously? Therefore, the issue of good governance and economic inclusion has become an existential one for our nation. If we are not able to turn the tide and begin to effectively deliver a better life to Nigerians across board, then it is only a question of time before the Nigerian state begins to buckle under the increasing weight of these multiplying socioeconomic contradictions. But there is hope. In South Africa, in the aftermath of the collapse of apartheid, people predicted chaos and bloodshed. Those predictions did not come to pass, chiefly because of the decision of one man to stand up for the common good of all South Africans, white or black. We need the same thing to happen here. We need our government to commit to stand up for the common good of all Nigerians, regardless of faith, tribe, political affiliation. We need a government that will commit to investing, for instance, in infrastructure for all. Investing in the roads that unite, in the bridges that bind, in the railways that connect. Investing in our unity schools as they were meant to be. In the NYSC as it was meant to be. Investing in creating heroes out of our sporting champions who daily demonstrate on the field of struggle that victory has nothing to do with faith and ethnicity and everything to do with hard work and tenacity. If we have a government that invests in these things, then there is hope. If you have a government that is committed to investing in providing jobs for our youths, affordable credit for our startup businesses, so that people feel that they have a stake in society, for those who have houses and cars of their own, are less likely to go out on the street to burn the houses and cars of others. If you have a government committed to investing in equal economic opportunities for all Nigerians, then there is hope. If you have a government committed to investing in laws that are certain and knowable in advance, in a justice that is blind to the power, the wealth, the political office, the faith, the ethnicity of those who stand before it, so that Nigerians know that action A will attract consequence B, regardless of who you are, then there is hope. If we will commit to invest in a language of inclusion, in alternative interpretations of our own history and social realities, so that Nigerians see that poverty does not discriminate between North and South, that armed robbers do not obey the federal character principle. And when the River Niger bursts its banks, it does not just flood the homes of Muslims and non-indigents, that devastation does not discriminate, and the only way we can tackle it is by pulling together. If we can invest in narratives like this, then there is hope. Because that center, in those lines, things fall apart and the center cannot hold. That center is the commitment of the government to the common good, to the common wealth of this nation. Now, I am not the government, I'm just a poet. So I can only contribute my poems to this struggle for economic inclusion, for social justice and national integration. So I'm going to leave you this morning with a poem titled, The Wall and the Bridge. If a white man turned and called me nigger, my blood would boil in righteous anger, for the evil of discrimination is clearly established when a white man tries to treat me like rubbish. But if Hausas say Igbos are greedy and crude, and Igbos say Hausas are haughty and rude, and Ijaw says the Shekiri must die today, and Ezra tells the Zulu there is no other way. If Yorubas declare it is Awo or nothing, and we use federal character to share everything, so before you can even smile and tell me welcome, you must first ask me where my father is from. If those who were settlers but now indigents say those who are settlers can't become indigents, and the Constitution says we are all citizens, local governments keep issuing certificates of origin. If my brother passed JAM but can't go to uni because he is thief and he's not Kanuri, and UniMaid has a quota for its catchment area, so he must go back to Benue or wait 1 more year. If it's okay to say it's not okay to marry someone just because they are Kalabari and that every tribe should have its own side, are we not then practicing apartheid? If you cannot buy land unless you're a native and cannot find work unless you're a native and cannot feel safe unless you're a native, how can we then say we're not primitive? Yet, you go to London and get their passport, then settle wherever, however you want. You stand there and fight for equality, but come back and start to use ethnicity. I don't get the logic of thinking it's different to be tribalistic and then to be racist. If you're happy to judge him just hearing his name, whatever you call it, my friend, is the same. Where there is no courage to cross this divide, where there is no faith to look deep inside and stop judging accents and surnames and dressing, this fire we're quenching will only keep burning. Which nation can stand dividing its people? How can one build on foundation so brittle? If we cannot see ourselves in each other, this journey ends here, we're going no further. For when God made man, he gave him no facial marks. He did not make Bagi, Okun, or Angas. As sure as a black man is just like a white man, no culture is older than being human. This is the truth until we accept it. Our nation will stumble on its broken feet. For the same things can bind us that drive us apart. For the wall and the bridge are both in the heart. Thank you very much.
What a wonderful speech. He had said it all. You saw it, you heard it all by yourself. Now, the important question is, those who are shouldering the responsibility of putting this speech into action, bringing this speech from being ideal to reality. Because what the young man said reflects typically Nigeria. That is what Nigeria is today, as against what Nigeria should have been. You hear it when it's being sung in our Nigerian national anthem, the levels of our heroes past. Now, I think, and I'm very sure, that those who established the experiment called Nigeria must have been disappointed by the outcome of Nigeria, owing to the fact of what Nigeria had turned to become. He said it all. Nobody will tell him an ethnic bigot, because what he said there need no explanation. What he said there is quite clear, but there is a problem. The problem is in the doing. Those who are in government, who are supposed, the custodians of the Nigerian ship, those who are driving the near-wrecked Nigerian ship, will they take it to a safe destination, or will they continue throwing down the path of destruction until eventually Nigeria is no more? Yes, you can justify the reason why the Biafran people, not just the Biafran people in Nigeria, the Oduduwa people and some quarters of Iowa have reason to ask the Nigerian question: why Nigeria should cease to exist as a one unified entity. Some people call Nigeria a nation. I cease to call Nigeria a nation, owing to the fact of the description or the critical definition of what a nation is. Take a look.
Nation is a large body of people united by common descent, history, culture, or language, inhabiting a particular state or territory. According to Wikipedia, the word nation stems from the Latin word natio, meaning people, tribe, kin, genus, class, flock.
You've seen it. That is the description of what a nation is. But I won't go in depth with relation to Nigeria today on whether or not Nigeria is a nation or a country. That will be coming up on the next episode. Now back to what Dike has said. Dike is a typical example of his father. He took over from his father. Some of you may not know, I've had history with his father because I served under him during my youth service at the National Assembly. He is a man of few words, but abound in depth wisdom. That is what Dike has just displayed in his speech. But the issue is, how sincere are those who are supposed to act on this? How sincere are they to take it up? Considering the Nigeria today, considering the government of Nigeria as it is today, the disparity, the disunity of Nigeria is widening in scope per second. By the action of the Nigerian government, by the action and inaction of those in authority, irrespective of where you come from in Nigeria, those in authority, whether from the east, from the west, from the north, from the south, they are all the same in pulling the Nigerian system apart. And you will ask, some will sit back to ask, why are people agitating to pull out? It is because they can't take it no longer. Their agitation, the agitation of the Biafran people, the Oduduwa people, and some section of the Arewa people can be justified from this. Some people will say, let us still manage and see how this will stand. I am not the one that is going to activate or going to do something that is critically meaningful to uphold the Nigerian ship from total destruction. Those in authority are, but how far are they helping matters? They are not helping matters. But they are busy siphoning money. The public funds, the corruption has now become another name for Nigeria. It's now being synonymous with Nigeria. If you want to describe corruption, you call Nigeria. Why should that be? And why do you think that if this continues like this, people do not have right to speak out and say enough is enough? Dike, you have spoken very well, but it doesn't end there. Those in authority, how sincere are they to put this into action? That is a question. That is a question that must be answered. And nobody should stop the people from agitating for self-determination. It is their right. It is enshrined as declared by the United Nations. And as a matter of fact, the question of Nigeria should be brought to a round table rather than seeing guns, machine guns, bullet bombs everywhere being dished out and rolled out by the Nigerian government and some agitating groups. Yes, irrespective of the fact that the indigenous people of Biafra agitation had continued to toe the line of peaceful process non-violent process, without arms, following due process of law. There are other people that have taken arms to challenge the same Nigerian unity or the same Nigerian impunity. If you look at the north, the Boko Haram are still, in fact, they have continued to display without ceasing that they are agents of total destruction. Look at what has been happening in the northeast. If you go down to the Niger Delta, they have been, agitating from their own angle. Of recent, in the news, we heard that the Avengers have come back again. Why? Because the issues why they have gone back into their shell were not addressed. So, who is responsible for the problem of Nigeria today? It is a question. I am not going to address the problem of Nigeria because I don't have what it takes to do that. Those who are in authority, how sincere are you? How sincere are you to bring the Nigerian unity together? Nigeria is totally breaking up every day. Now, some people will say, I'll call or tag that Igbo people, an average Igbo person is a secessionist. Look at this young man. He's a Biafran. He's an Igbo by ethnic nationality within Biafra. Look at what he has poured it out as it is in his mind. And so it is with many Biafrans in Nigeria who have demonstrated in concrete terms their belief in Nigeria. They develop, they settle, they try to assimilate, they try to be part of every community where they come from and contribute positively to the advancement of those areas. As against other ethnic nationalities doing same in the southeastern Nigeria. And at the end of the day, people will turn around and call the Igbos or the Biafrans secessionists. You cannot beat a child and not expect a child to cry. This could be the end of Nigeria if they fail to do the needful. Nigeria needs to come to a round table, bring the agitating groups to a round table discussion, let Nigeria be discussed. Because when somebody says that the Nigeria unity is not negotiable, my dear, you are pushing it to the far end. I think enough is enough. Those who have the responsibility, those who shoulder this responsibility of Nigeria should act, or Nigeria will be no more in no distance time. This is where I'll be calling it off on Matters Horizon for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. On the next episode, I will be talking about what many people will always term Nigeria to be: nation. Is Nigeria truly a nation, or is Nigeria a country, or a federation of nations? That will be coming up on the next episode on Matters Horizon. Thank you for watching this far. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel to be getting updates on all our video uploads. I admonish you to click on the bell button you see right there by the corner of this channel to be getting notification whenever we upload a new video. And I will also admonish you to follow us on all our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and don't forget to visit our website for news updates, void of propaganda, void of political or ethnic sentiment, news as it is. You visit www.bvichannel1.com. Till I come your way next time, stay blessed and stay safe. I still remain Assumption Peters. See you.